Hi students, now that you have your reading responses back with instructor comments on them, what I would like you to do now is practice some revising. You will get additional points for doing the revision, and hopefully in the process you'll also be able to learn about your most common error patterns as well as areas where you can improve in organization and content. So to begin to revise your reading responses, what you first want to do is go to assignments in Canvas. And what I also recommend is that you do show by type. That way you can kind of see where your assignments are in particular grade categories. What you'll then want to do is go down to compositions and click on the assignment Walking with the Wind Reflective Academic Reading Response number 1. And in order to see your comments or your instructor comments, what you'll need to do first is you'll notice the grade, and then if you would like, you can also take a look at the rubric to see how you were evaluated. The rubric is divided into content, organization, and language use, much like the rubric that you see in your course pack. If you want to see longer descriptions of each criteria category, you can click and then look at the longer description. Once you are finished kind of looking at the rubric, looking at the longer descriptions, you can exit out of this. And then what you'll want to do is actually go to the attached file that the teacher or the instructor has uploaded into your Canvas. Click on that, and then what will end up happening is you'll see a page that looks very similar to this. You want to be sure that you are in the review mode. Make sure that you have clicked on Track Changes. And in order to see all of the comments posted in your draft, make sure you are clicking on All Markup. That will allow you to see everything that the teacher has marked and commented on. One other interesting part of this is, let's say for example, you want to click on a particular comment and maybe respond and ask the teacher maybe a particular question about the comments in the essay. So you can click there, click on reply, and then write the instructor a message about the feedback. The other thing that you can do is, as you know, you have your revision analysis sheet. Once you begin looking at your essay and looking at the comments, the positive feedback, as well as areas for improvement, as well as the error marking, go ahead and begin filling out this writing assignment revision analysis sheet. Make sure that you look for comments on your strengths. And as you look through your essay, also begin marking what errors the teacher marks as well, so that you can begin to recognize specific error patterns. And then what I would like you to do is also consider what are some areas for improvement. So for example, you might, your revision analysis sheet might look something like this. The teacher might have said, great use of text from the book, some nice connections, there's a clear response to the prompt. Write all that down as your strengths. As you move through the error marking, for example here, you may notice that you need to improve your editing and maybe possibly errors of verb form and also punctuation. You may also put down maybe comments for improvement in areas of content and revision. Maybe the teacher has asked you in several places to revise by adding more details or specific examples. So those are just a few examples of things that you can mark on your revision analysis sheet. What I recommend is that you do this on paper first and then transfer some of these ideas to the electronic version. So once you have analyzed the error patterns or have analyzed some of the comments, you can then begin to make changes right within your draft if you have marked track changes. once you begin marking in your draft, maybe adding or maybe editing by deleting things, this will all get marked using track changes within Microsoft Word. That way, the instructor can more easily see the revisions that you have done and the editing that you have done all within the same draft with prior comments. Now, once you are finished revising your reading response, what you'll need to do is go to File and make sure you save this new document, this new revision. Try to make sure that you name your paper with your name, the assignment, and the word revision. That way you know which is revised, and also I can more easily tell whose revision is whose and that this is actually a revision. Once you have saved your newly revised assignment, what you'll need to do is go back in and click on Assignments. Now find Reading Response Revision Number 1. Click there, read through the instructions, and then click on Submit the Assignment. You'll be able to upload your new revised reading response and receive an additional 10 points. You want to be sure that you revise completely. The points assigned to this assignment are really based on how thoroughly and how completely you revise. Please don't just edit. If the instructor has asked for more specific details or maybe a change in organization, I highly recommend that you follow those comments and those revisions. That will ensure that you can increase your points in the composition category. Revision is very important, as this is where many students begin to learn how to improve their writing, so that when they go to a new draft on a new assignment, they are able to carry with them some of the things that the teacher has commented on previous drafts and actually learn from those comments. And of course, anytime you have any questions about revisions, do feel free to come see me. I'm always happy to help you with your editing and revising process.